Massive new tax hikes could be coming for gun owners if Joe Biden gets his way. A new report says Biden wants to slap fees totaling $34 billion on people who already own assault rifles and ammo magazines. So, Geraldo, it appears that several things. Number one, they have to find out if you have these assault weapons and the ammo. And they also, it appears, will be taxing anything that you buy going forward.
I thought it was an interesting proposal because I am dismayed by the spread of assault-style weapons, although I am a gun owner. I am, you know, I heard one of our anchors yesterday saying that he had an AK-47 and two AR-15s to defend them. I just said, against what exactly? So I was wondering, how do you limit the spread of assault-style weapons? I think it should be a juvenile assault weapons ban. But the issue of ex post facto taxing of guns, which is, Judge, you asked me that legal question, I think that might fall afoul of the Second Amendment. Right. Because if you're going to now penalize me for having a gun, isn't that denying me like I said, I think it's crazy, all these assault-style weapons, but
there are two issues, it seems. One is the ex post facto, where you are, going back in time and saying we're going to tax you for this. But also, it is clearly an attempt to circumvent the Second Amendment by imposing a tax and basically taking away your ability. Maybe you don't have the money to pay the tax. Then you have to give up your right, Jesse, to defend yourself now. And by the way, what are they essentially doing? Are they saying we really want to know if you have a gun, and if you don't tell us, we're gonna arrest you, or we're gonna confiscate it?
They're gonna send Beto to knock on your door. That's what they said they were gonna do, and he'll find out what
That's a scary prospect.
And they say it's gonna raise the price on a rifle about $200. Now, a lot of people that use these weapons, $200 is a lot of money. If you're out there hunting in Missouri, or these aren't like attacks on Teslas. This is something that a lot of people use, and this is a great way to lose the house. Imagine if he does this the first year. I mean, you're going to see a red wave like you've never seen before. This is going to drive up enthusiasm like crazy.
You know, Emily, one of the things that Kamala Harris said was that, and this is crazy because she's a former prosecutor, who now is pro-criminal, but one of the things that she has said is that the Constitution does not prevent her from confiscating guns. I mean, the statement was, it made no sense to me, but it's clear where she's coming from, Beto O'Rourke and now Joe Biden.
Well, we've seen that as a continued narrative from the left is, frankly, a perversion of the Constitution, and they wield it like a weapon, and they are inaccurate with it, and unfortunately, people believe it and buy into it. I have to say that I think that everything that you just said in the intro coming in, that is what needs to run in those ads in Georgia. That without a Republican backstop in Congress, the 72 million people in this country who report owning guns, because obviously it's not compelled, and the roughly half of American households who report having a gun in their household, including the 5 million new gun owners of this year alone, that without that backstop, they will be saddled with that $34 billion worth of taxes to what? Pay into more government opacity and ineffectiveness and the astronomical debt?
And, Greg, the amazing part of it is, if this is partnered with defund the police, where are we headed in this country?
You're putting the squeeze on the citizen. If the citizen cannot rely on the police officer and no longer can have the gun, what are you doing? You turn everybody into a victim. I am old enough to remember when taxes were introduced as like a necessary burden to pay for something like a war or a stimulus. Now taxes are employed as punishment. It's like, okay, we don't like people who have guns, so let's tax them. So what's the tax for? That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We just don't like people with guns, so we're going to tax people who make over $400,000. Well, what's the tax for? That doesn't matter. We just don't like rich people. So now taxes are just used as this punitive enterprise. And I want to take issue just with what you said. You think that owning these assault-style rifles, it's crazy to you. It doesn't matter if it's crazy to you.
Not to me, to him.
Yeah, to him. It doesn't matter. It's not for you. It's not for you to decide if it's like I can't believe people eat snails. But I'm not going
I
to
love
stop them.
escargot.
Yeah, I knew you
Escargot.
would. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think that people have their own reasons for buying certain weapons, and I am upset that where I live, I have serious restrictions in New York City. I own, obviously, firearms, and I can't have them in my house.
You better not. I mean, New York is so serious.
They'll put you away. So to your point, who said that? You said that. I can't defend myself. So if there are no cops in New York City because of De Blasio being
Right.
an a-hole, then I can't protect my own family because I can't have guns. What's left? A baseball bat, an axe? What do I do? Do I
Well,
turn into
you're
Ash
there-
from Evil Dead 2?
Greg, you're there right now because you've got defund police. Police are demoralized. Police are standing down. They're not being deployed. You can't have a gun in New York
Yeah.
City, so you're already there. Biden wants to add to it for wherever you have the other guns. Now he's
Yeah.
going to charge you for not being able to defend yourself in the place where you live primarily.